Listen carefully. This message is urgent and it's for you. If you're watching this right now, it's no coincidence. God is speaking directly to you. He says, hold on to your cash. Do not spend it yet, but be ready. Very soon, you must spend it, and not just anywhere or any time. A divine portal is opening in the coming days. This is a once-in-a-decade opportunity, a powerful spiritual moment where everything you hold will transform and multiply like never before. The money in your hands is about to become energy. Prepare to spend it at the exact moment I reveal, and you will unlock a supernatural amplification of your wealth and blessings. This is not just a warning, it's a call to action. The coming days will test your faith and your readiness. God will give you signs, clear instructions on when, where, and how to use your resources. If you ignore this, you risk missing a divine breakthrough that could change your life forever. Pause this video right now. Before you go further, hit that like button. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Drop the number 99 in the comments. This sends a cosmic signal, amplifying the energy of this message. Chosen one, your time to rise is now. Your spirit already knows this truth. Watch this video all the way through if you're ready to step into your destiny. This is God's call, will you answer? There is a powerful divine message being delivered from the highest realms, a call to the chosen ones to hold fast to their cash in the days ahead. This isn't just financial advice, it's a sacred instruction, a command wrapped in divine love and urgency. God is asking you to guard your resources, to protect every penny you possess. These funds are the seeds that will germinate your future blessings. This is a time of preparation, a spiritual stance of readiness. The money you hold now is not just currency, it's energy waiting to be awakened. Many may feel the urge to spend or give away hastily, but God's message is clear. Be patient and steady. These coming days hold profound significance. Every coin you hold will play a vital role in the miracle about to unfold. The divine timing is perfect, and this command is a test of your faith and discipline. To obey is to place you directly in alignment with God's plan. You are being trusted with something sacred, and your faithfulness will open doors to abundance beyond your wildest dreams. Feel the weight and the honor of this command deep within your heart. You are not alone. You are chosen. You're careful. Stewardship now is an act of spiritual obedience that will prepare you for a transformational breakthrough. This is a moment for those with vision and faith to rise above the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary future God has planned for you. Imagine standing on the brink of something so powerful, so life-changing, that it feels like the universe itself is holding its breath. God is about to move open a spiritual portal, a gateway of immense power and divine opportunity. This portal will amplify everything, your energy, your intentions, and especially your financial blessings. It is a once-in-a-decade chance to step through a door that leads to unimaginable growth and prosperity. This portal isn't just a mystical concept, it's a tangible spiritual event that will transform your reality. God is inviting you to prepare for this moment with open arms and a ready heart. The portal will magnify the energy you've been quietly building through faith, discipline, and patience. Those who have listened to God's call and kept their cash ready will be positioned to receive blessings that far exceed their expectations. The excitement of this moment is both thrilling and humbling. It's a divine intersection of time, space, and purpose, a sacred alignment that few will fully grasp, but those who do will experience a life-altering shift. The portal will open unexpectedly, and when it does, the opportunities it brings will change your path forever. Are you ready to step into this divine adventure? The days ahead are charged with an extraordinary force, an amplification of every kind of energy around you. This is not mere speculation. It is a spiritual reality confirmed by divine revelation. Every thought, every emotion, every decision you make will be magnified like never before. The universe is tuning itself to a higher frequency, and your life will resonate with this powerful vibration. This amplification means that your faith, your intentions, and especially your financial energy will grow exponentially. The care you take now in managing your resources will directly influence the scale of your breakthrough. This period will expose your inner strengths and weaknesses, so it's crucial to cultivate patience, trust, and unwavering focus. Amplification also means that challenges may feel more intense, but so will your blessings. God is preparing you to navigate this heightened energy with grace and wisdom. By holding your cash, converting it into spiritual energy, and waiting for God's timing, you will harness this amplified force to propel yourself into a new dimension of abundance and spiritual power. You might be wondering why God is asking you to convert your cash instead of just keeping it safe in its physical form. The truth is that paper money in its raw form carries no spiritual frequency or power. It's a mere symbol agreement humans have created, but it does not inherently hold the energy needed to unlock divine wealth. God's message teaches us that to tap into the true power of money, it must be transformed into a form that carries vibrational energy, precious metals like silver or gold. These elements resonate with the universe's energy fields and can attract and amplify blessings. Simply holding paper currency won't trigger the spiritual laws that govern abundance. This is a profound spiritual principle. Money is more than material wealth. It is energy that interacts with the cosmos. When converted into precious metals, your finances become a living force that God can work through to bring miracles. Without this transformation, your wealth remains dormant, like seeds left in dark soil without water or light. God is calling you to a sacred act of faith. Convert your cash into silver or gold, the carriers of divine energy. This isn't about materialism or greed. It's about aligning your financial resources with the spiritual frequencies that unlock abundance. Silver and gold are symbols of purity, strength, and eternal value chosen by God to hold and amplify your energy. When you make this conversion, you activate your wealth in a powerful way. Your money becomes more than a number, it becomes a spiritual force, a channel through which blessings flow. This is your investment in destiny, a divine transaction that sets your financial life on a new, higher path. If acquiring silver or gold in full is challenging, convert as much as you can. The key is to take action in faith, showing God your readiness to walk this sacred path. This step will prepare you for the breakthroughs that are coming, turning your financial resources into unstoppable energy for transformation. The moment you've been waiting for, the spiritual breakthrough in your financial life, is drawing near, but breakthroughs are never accidental. They come to those who prepare with intention, patience, and unwavering faith. God is asking you now to get your finances in order, to protect and organize your resources as if they were sacred offerings. This is more than budgeting or saving. It's a spiritual act of readiness that aligns your material world with divine timing. As you prepare, remember that this is a test of your faith and discipline. Every dollar you hold onto is like a seed planted deep in fertile soil, waiting for the right moment to sprout and flourish. The coming breakthrough will multiply what you've kept with care and transform it into something far greater than you could imagine, but you must resist the urge to spend recklessly or prematurely. Your patience will be rewarded. This preparation period is also a time to cultivate a mindset of abundance and trust. Doubts may arise. Fear may whisper that the opportunity will pass you by. But stand firm. Your financial breakthrough is tied to your ability to prepare spiritually as much as materially. Keep your heart and mind fixed on God's promise, knowing that every effort you make now is building a foundation for miraculous growth. What lies ahead is no ordinary event. It's a portal transformation, a divine alignment that occurs once every 10 years, a rare window where the heavens open a gateway to new realms of wealth and spiritual power. This portal will amplify everything in your life, but it requires your conscious decision to step through it. This is not just about money. It's a metamorphosis of your entire being. The portal represents a spiritual reset, an opportunity to shed old limitations and step into a new identity filled with abundance, influence, and divine favor. It's as if the universe itself is pressing reset on your life, inviting you to rise beyond your current circumstances. Because this chance is so rare, it demands your full attention and commitment. You cannot afford to ignore this moment or let fear hold you back. The portal is open only to those who are prepared, who trust in God's timing, and who are ready to walk boldly into the unknown. If you choose to embrace it, your transformation will be profound and lasting. It's vital to understand that holding on to your cash is only part of the divine plan. God will reveal the exact moments and purposes for which you must spend this money. These aren't random acts of spending, they are spiritual transactions, sacred investments that unlock your breakthrough. This is a test of obedience and timing. When you spend according to God's guidance, you activate the full power of the portal transformation. Your money becomes more than currency. It becomes a spiritual key that opens doors to blessing and favor. Every expense made in alignment with God's will multiplies your rewards and elevates your status. Waiting patiently for these divine signs can be challenging, especially when the world pressures you to act on impulse. But remember, this is about trusting God's perfect timing, not your own. The money you spend at His appointed time will bring blessings far beyond anything you could plan or imagine. Throughout this process, you will not be left alone or confused. God will communicate with you through clear, unmistakable signs to guide every step of your financial journey. These signs may come as sudden thoughts, feelings, encounters, or even through other people. Learning to recognize and trust these divine signals is crucial. You must quiet the noise of the world and listen deeply to the whispers of your spirit. When you feel a nudge or see a pattern repeating, take it seriously. It is God's way of directing your path. Your responsiveness to these signs will determine how swiftly and powerfully your breakthrough unfolds. Trust in the process and act with faith when these moments arise. God's signs are the roadmap that leads you safely through the portalic. Transformation into your new life of abundance. Being chosen by God is an incredible honor, but it comes with a profound responsibility. The true chosen ones are those who are willing to sacrifice old habits, fears, and attachments in order to fully embrace transformation. This is not a sacrifice of loss, but a letting go of what no longer serves your higher purpose. Sacrifice might mean giving up comfort, security, or even relationships that hold you back. It might mean facing fears and stepping into uncertainty with nothing but faith as your guide. But through this process, you are being refined, shaped for the greatness that lies ahead into a vessel capable of carrying divine abundance. If you hear this call stirring in your heart, know that you are among the few ready to walk this sacred path. Your willingness to surrender and trust is what sets you apart. This journey will not be easy, but it will be worth every moment, as it leads to the greatest reward, your transformation into a being of power and prosperity. Sacrifice is the beginning of transformation. When you surrender your fears and step into faith, your wealth begins to shift from the material into the spiritual. This is the sacred process where money becomes more than numbers. It becomes a living force that attracts blessings and opens doors. This transformation will elevate not only your finances, but your entire life, your relationships, your health, your purpose. God is not simply giving you money. He is giving you the power to create a legacy, to influence others, and to walk in your divine calling fully. The richness you gain from this transformation will feel profound because it comes from alignment with divine will. You will move from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to limitless possibilities, because you have chosen to trust the process and embrace the journey of sacred wealth. The activation of your divine wealth is not just about money, it's a spiritual elevation that will change your status in every area of life. God is preparing to lift you into a new realm of influence, respect, and power. This change will be visible to others, but deeply personal to you. Doors that were once closed will open with ease. Opportunities for growth, leadership, and blessing will flood your life. You will walk with a confidence and authority that comes from knowing you are backed by divine power. As your financial energy aligns with God's will, your life story will rewrite itself. You won't just become richer, you will become a beacon of hope and abundance for those around you. This divine wealth activation is your ticket to living fully in God's promises. The time for waiting is over. Your breakthrough is on the horizon, and God is calling you to rise up now. This is your moment to prepare mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to receive the blessings He has ordained. Get ready to shake off doubt, fear, and hesitation. Step into faith boldly, knowing that God's power is behind you. This breakthrough is not just a possibility, it is your destiny. The energy you've been building, the sacrifices you've made, and the discipline you've shown are all converging to lift you higher than ever before. Rise with confidence, knowing that God's timing is perfect. This is your season of victory, of transformation, and of divine abundance. Prepares yourself to step into greatness with an open heart and a ready spirit. There is no room for hesitation or second guessing. This divine opportunity is too precious to miss, and you must be willing to do whatever it takes to seize it. The cost may seem high, whether it's letting go of old attachments, stepping out in faith, or trusting through uncertainty. These may feel difficult, but the reward is priceless. God is asking you to commit fully, to embrace this moment with courage and determination. This is not a time to hold back or play it safe. The doorway to your divine wealth will not stay open forever, and those who hesitate risk missing their destiny no matter the cost. Your breakthrough demands your all. Trust that God will supply everything you need. Your faith and sacrifice today will multiply into blessings that will carry you for a lifetime and beyond. This is the final call, the moment to answer God's invitation and step fully into your divine wealth. Embrace this sacred journey with an open heart, ready to receive the transformation He has prepared for you. Know that you are chosen, loved, and equipped for this extraordinary path as you step forward. Remember, this journey is about more than money. It is about your spiritual growth, your purpose, and your legacy. God's blessings will flow through you to bless others, creating ripples of abundance far beyond your own life. Embrace God's call with confidence and gratitude. Your time to rise has come. Walk boldly into your divine wealth, knowing that you are fulfilling a sacred destiny ordained by heaven itself. Your breakthrough is here, receiving it fully, and lives in the glorious abundance God has promised. Recognizing divine signs are an art of spiritual sensitivity, a skill that deepens as you grow in faith and awareness. The coming portal will not announce itself with fanfare, but through subtle, often unexpected signs that speak directly to your soul. These signs might manifest as recurring numbers, sudden insights, or even dreams that carry symbolic meaning. Learning to discern these messages requires a calm heart and an open mind, attuned to the whispers of the divine. You may find yourself drawn to specific scriptures, songs, or encounters that suddenly feel more meaningful than before. These moments are not coincidences, they are gentle nudges from God, guiding you toward readiness. When you notice these patterns, repeating, take time to pause, reflect, and ask for clarity. Prayer and meditation become your spiritual tools to confirm whether what you are sensing is truly from God. It's important to document these experiences. Over time, they create a spiritual roadmap that will guide you through the portal. Share your experiences with trusted mentors or fellow believers who can help you interpret these signs. Together, you will strengthen your discernment and confidence in God's leading. Most importantly, trust your intuition. Your spirit is designed to recognize God's voice, even when the world is noisy and distracting. By cultivating stillness and faith, you prepare yourself to step into the portal with clarity and purpose. When the divine moment arrives, money is more than just a physical object or a means to survive. It becomes a sacred tool, an instrument of divine alignment, energy and purpose abundance, breakthrough and divine manifestation. This is why obedience and spiritual sensitivity are vital. Timing is not just about when to act, it's about aligning your soul with the rhythm of heaven. When you act within this divine window, your energy syncs with the flow of God's provision, and the results are multiplied beyond anything you could achieve through effort alone. Money, as a spiritual carrier of energy, must be stewarded with reverence. It is not merely for survival or status, it is for service, growth, and spiritual elevation. When you hold this truth in your heart, each decision you make with your finances becomes a sacred act. The transformation from cash to silver or gold is not merely financial strategy, it is a prophetic act, a declaration that you are ready to operate in a higher dimension of purpose and power. This journey of wealth amplification begins with intention, but is sustained by unwavering faith. The more you trust, the more you activate the laws of divine attraction. The more you give thanks, the more you open the floodgates of blessing. The more you honor God's timing, the more your life becomes a vessel of miracles. Do not let impatience or fear disrupt the sacred flow that is being prepared for you. The energy you hold must be nurtured with gratitude, clarity, and trust. As you step deeper into this process, you will notice shifts not just in your finances, but in your entire reality. Relationships will align, opportunities will emerge, clarity will increase. This is the holistic power of spiritual wealth. It heals, it expands, it elevates. Your life will no longer be defined by limitations, but by divine orchestration. Precious metals, vibrating with ancient frequencies, are tools through which God channels His abundance. They are not idols, but instruments, bridges between the physical and the spiritual. By choosing to convert your cash into silver or gold, you are demonstrating trust in God's system rather than the world's. You are saying, I believe in the unseen. I believe in divine provision. I trust in higher laws. The final truth is this: your wealth is not about accumulation, it's about transformation. It's about becoming who God designed you to be. A steward, a light, a conduit for supernatural blessing. The moment you align your intentions, your energy, and your finances with God's will, you activate a force that cannot be stopped. The spiritual science of abundance is not reserved for the elite, it is for the chosen. And you, right now, are being chosen. Honor this call. Protect your energy, convert your currency, wait on divine timing, and when the portal opens, walk through it with boldness, knowing that heaven itself has prepared the way for your wealth, your purpose, and your divine legacy, hesitation, or compromise. Obedience is what transforms spiritual insight into tangible outcomes. It is your daily demonstration that you trust God's wisdom more than your own reasoning. When faith and obedience work together, they become a divine engine, pulling supernatural resources into your life, aligning every action with the flow of heavenly abundance. Opportunity does not come randomly, it arrives through divine orchestration. That is why you are instructed to hold your cash and wait for the appointed moment to invest or spend. Patience in this context is not passive, it is active trust. It's a conscious alignment with God's timing, a preparation for a moment that will magnify your efforts exponentially. This type of waiting is sacred. It cultivates faith, discipline, and surrender qualities essential not only for receiving wealth, but for sustaining it. When you finally move at God's command, your financial actions will ripple through your life and through the lives of others in ways that surpass natural understanding. Honoring this timing is a mark of spiritual maturity. It means you're no longer chasing outcomes, you're flowing with divine purpose. And that flow positions you to receive and multiply blessings that no amount of personal effort could ever earn before abundance can flood your life. Your inner world must be prepared to hold it. This preparation is sacred. It involves clearing out limiting beliefs, healing past wounds, and opening your spirit to fully receive God's favor. Without this internal readiness, wealth may come and go, failing to bring true transformation. Begin by identifying any fears or doubts about money, hiding deep within your subconscious. These beliefs are spiritual blocks. They restrict the flow of abundance and keep you tied to cycles of lack. Through prayer, meditation, and affirmations, you can begin to dismantle those internal barriers, replacing them with truth, empowerment, and gratitude. Fill your thoughts with declarations of worthiness. Remind yourself that you are not just hoping for abundance, you are divinely chosen to receive it. Next, cultivate a spirit of generosity and humility. True abundance is not about hoarding, it is about giving. When you see your wealth as a divine tool for blessing others, you step into a spiritual principle that activates multiplication. The more you give in faith, the more God entrusts to you. Wealth becomes a living river, not a stagnant pool surrounds you with wisdom. Read scripture, feed your soul uplifting messages, connect with a community of faith, build a spiritual atmosphere that nurtures your calling. This holistic preparation ensures that when the moment of abundance activation arrives, you won't shrink in fear or hesitation, you will rise with confidence and joy. Faith and obedience are the twin pillars of divine manifestation. Faith believes, even when your reality seems unchanged. Obedience is doing, even when the path isn't fully revealed. Together, they open the portal. They shift your life from waiting to receiving, from hoping to overflowing, and when the appointed time comes, your wealth will no longer be a goal. It will be a testimony, a divine witness to the power of trusting God completely every step you take. Divine alignment positions you under the open heaven of favor, where grace flows effortlessly, and opportunities appear as divine appointments rather than coincidences. It is the sacred synchronization between your spirit and God's plan, allowing your financial life to reflect the abundance of heaven. This disciplined obedience unlocks the spiritual laws that govern prosperity, turning your faith into tangible results. Together, faith and obedience create a sacred dance, one that opens the floodgates of divine blessings. The more you cultivate these qualities, the more effortlessly your financial breakthrough will manifest. Fear remains one of the greatest barriers between you and the breakthrough you seek. It whispers doubts, raises questions, and stirs uncertainties, designed to weaken your resolve and push you to act before God's appointed time. But overcoming fear is not optional, it is essential. Fully trusting God with your financial sacrifice means you believe He sees your heart, knows your needs, and has a perfect plan for your prosperity. It means surrendering control and releasing anxiety about the unknown. This level of trust is not built overnight, it grows through daily prayer, consistent reflection, and recalling the moments where God provided in miraculous, unexpected ways. Financial sacrifice is never loss. It is a divine investment in your spiritual destiny. When you willingly offer your resources in faith, you declare with boldness that God, not money, is your ultimate provider. The declaration transforms fear into courage and scarcity into overflow. When fear tries to creep in, remind yourself of the truth. You are walking a path chosen by God. Lean into His promises. Let your faith rise and silence the voice of doubt. Your breakthrough depends on this leap of trust, and the rewards, peace, purpose, provision, will far outweigh the risks. Ordinary cash, in its physical form, is limited. It is governed by human systems and lacks spiritual potency. But through divine instruction, it can be transformed into sacred energy currency, a powerful force that connects directly with God's abundance. This transformation happens when you convert your cash into precious metals, silver or gold materials that vibrate at higher frequencies. These metals act like spiritual batteries, storing and amplifying divine energy in ways that paper money simply cannot. When you hold silver or gold, you are holding activated energy that is charged with your faith, your intentions, and your obedience. This sacred currency becomes more than just a store of value. It becomes a tool of manifestation, a tangible expression of your alignment with God's wills. This process redefines your relationship with money. No longer is it a commodity to chase or hoard. It becomes a spiritual asset. By transforming it, you actively participate in God's financial plan for your life. You place yourself in harmony with divine principles, creating a ripple effect of prosperity that will touch every area of your being. Divine alignment is the cornerstone of your financial breakthrough. It's the moment where heaven meets earth in your finances, where your thoughts, actions, and spiritual posture flow seamlessly with God's intentions. Without alignment, efforts feel scattered and outcomes fall short. But when you are aligned, your financial decisions are no longer based on logic alone. They are guided by divine wisdom. Every action resonates with purpose, and every offering is magnified by heaven's hand. This is how your breakthrough comes, not through striving, but through surrender. Not through fear, but through faith. Not through chance, but through divine order. Your moment is coming. Be ready, stay aligned, and step forward with boldness when God says now. Every dollar you invest or spend in alignment with God's will creates a spiritual synergy where divine power and human faith merge to produce extraordinary results. Achieving this divine alignment requires continual self-reflection and an open heart. Are constantly tuned to God's voice. It means surrendering your personal agendas, releasing control, and trusting that His plan is far greater than anything you could imagine. This posture of humility is not weakness. It is the key that unlocks abundant blessings and lasting success. Your breakthrough is not a solo mission. It is a sacred partnership with the divine. When you commit to staying aligned, you become a magnet for miracles. Your financial journey transforms into a living testimony of God's faithful provision and favor. Every decision made in obedience becomes a seed planted in supernatural soil, destined to bear fruit that blesses not only you, but generations after you. Learning to hear God's voice on when and where to release your money is essential for stepping through the portal of wealth transformation. This divine guidance doesn't always shout. It often comes softly, as a wave of peace, sudden clarity, or unexpected confirmations. To hear it clearly, you must create daily space for stillness and prayer. Ask God specifically for direction in your financial choices. Be alert to subtle signs, a message that keeps repeating, a conversation that feels too perfect to be coincidence, an opportunity that appears right when you least expect it. Trusting this guidance requires faith, especially when it goes against logic or worldly advice. But remember, God's timing is never flawed. His methods, though mysterious, are always perfect. Obeying His promptings ensures you receive every blessing He has prepared for you and protects you from doors that were never meant to open. As this spiritual sensitivity sharpens, you'll find peace replacing anxiety and confidence replacing confusion. Your money becomes more than a resource. It becomes a sacred offering, guided by divine precision. Opportunities of divine magnitude like this are incredibly rare, so rare, they may only appear once in a lifetime. This is not just a financial moment, it is a spiritual portal, carefully orchestrated by God to reshape your destiny. When such a moment arrives, it carries with it the weight of decades of preparation, spiritual alignment, and heaven's perfect timing. Missing it could mean waiting years or a lifetime for anything close to this again. Its rarity is a sign of its power. It's designed to be a catalyst for breakthrough, a turning point that changes everything. God's wisdom has chosen this season, this moment, for your rise, and He has tied it with cosmic precision. It is a once-in-a-decade event meant to move you from limitation into limitless abundance. This opportunity demands your full attention. It demands your faith. It demands your action. You are being called not just to witness this transformation, but to participate in it. Step through the portal boldly and let your obedience ignite the greatest breakthrough of your life.